Hello and welcome to PCI's Tech TV. In this episode, I will demonstrate how to use 3D FeatureXtract's simple interface and tools to extract a few different common 3D objects. To help demonstrate these concepts, we will extract the XYZ coordinates from two different features in the training dataset that's provided with your download of 3D FeatureXtract. The two examples will allow us to demonstrate some of the different tools available in 3D FeatureXtract to make the software so easy to use while achieving such accurate results. So let's begin with this multi-layer cylindrical building. As you can see, this building has three different layers. The lower two layers are close enough to a cylinder shape that we will use the circle tool to extract them. The top layer exemplifies an octagon, so we'll use the polygon tool for this. So with the polygon tool selected, we're going to make sure that we also have the move epipolar button selected, and we're going to zoom in on the feature in any one of the viewers. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to begin digitizing the feature by holding the control key down and clicking the left mouse button. That opens up my shape. Now I can just click the left mouse button in order to set my other vertices. Then once I'm ready to close my shape, I simply click the right mouse button, which tells the software to close it. Then in the other viewer, I'm going to select that object or that shape that I just created, and with the move epipolar button selected, I'm going to drag it along the epipolar axis until it lines up with my feature. Now the move epipolar button only restricts your movement to the epipolar axis, which is a very nice feature. Now I want to extrude this feature down just to this layer here. So to do that, we're going to click Extrude Polygon, which by default goes all the way down to the ground. So we're going to have to bring that back up. So I'm going to select the bottom feature here, or the bottom shape, and I'm going to click on the Move Z-axis button. Then I'm going to drag this shape up until it lines up with the bottom of this feature. Now, to do the remaining layers, we're going to use the circle tool. So what's kind of nice about the circle tool is that all we have to do is draw a simple triangle. So once again, holding the control key down, I'm going to open up my shape, and I'm going to click on the different edges of the circle, or the circumference of the circle, and basically draw a triangle. And once I've selected my third corner of my triangle, a circle is drawn. So then in the other viewer, I can take this shape, I'm going to drag it once again along the epipolar axis until it lines up with my feature. I'm going to extrude the polygon down to the ground, click on the Move Z-axis, select the bottom polygon, and drag it up until it reaches the bottom of its respective feature. And we're going to do the same thing for this bottom layer here. Now just to show you that it doesn't really matter which viewer we digitize in, I'm going to digitize in the opposite viewer. Holding the control key down, I'm going to open up my shape, draw my polygon with the corners touching the circumference of the circle. And then now with my circle created, I'm going to go into the other viewer and make sure that I have the Move Epipolar button selected and drag this shape along the epipolar axis. I can then once again extrude this down to the ground. Now we don't have a DEM set, so obviously it's going to go a little bit lower. But I'm going to click that feature, get the bottom shape, make sure I have Move Z-axis button selected, and drag this up the Z-axis until we hit the bottom of our shape. And just like that, we have a basic outline of our building. The next building we're going to extract is a simple building with a lofted roof. As you can see here, this building has two regular flats, or rectangular flats, which are connected by a pitched roof. There's also a dormer, which also allows us to show another set of tools. So let's first draw the flats. Once again, click the Move Epipolar axis, click on the Polygon tool, and we're going to zoom in close to one of the corners, hold the control key down, and we're going to draw our polygon around the outline of this building. To close it, we're going to click the right control key, or mouse. And then in the other viewer, we're just going to drag it along the epipolar axis. This is a concept you should be quite familiar with now. We're going to do the same with this top flat here. So we're going to create a new polygon. Obviously, I'm being just relatively quick with my digitization. The more accurate you are, the more accurate your result will be. And once again, I'm going to drag this feature just over top here. And then now with this one selected, I'm going to hold the Shift key down and select our other polygon. And we're going to click on the Loft Feature button, which will connect the two flats together and create a sloped roof. So then we're going to just extrude this down to the ground. So we're going to click on the bottom polygon, and we're going to click on the Extrude Polygon. Then with the Move Z Axis button active, we're going to once again select our bottom polygon, and we're just going to move it up until it lines up with the feature. So we're mostly done. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to digitize this dormer. So with the Move Epipolar button selected, we're still going to use our polygon tool. And because this has a slope, it's going to be a little bit different than drawing a flat. So the first part is the same. We're just going to digitize along the outline. But then when we drag along the epipolar axis, only one edge will line up, either the top edge or the bottom edge. And we're going to have to readjust the other one. So let's line up the top edge here. I can then just select our bottom edge and then drag that along the epipolar axis because these vertices are at different heights. That's why that's required. So now I'm going to digitize the second part, and I want them to connect or to snap to this polygon. So I have two vertices that I can snap to. So I'm going to hold down the Control and the Shift key and then left mouse button, or click the left mouse button to open up my shape. Now when I'm connecting a shape to another shape, it's important that you draw in the counterclockwise direction. This allows us, the software, to know that the normal should be facing upward. So I'm going to hold the Control and Shift key again in order to connect to the next vertice, or sorry, just the Shift key. And we're going to connect that vertice, or vertex. I'm then going to draw my other, or set my other vertices the way I normally would. So as you can see, this edge is already properly aligned. We just now need to set this one, and we can drag it along the epipolar axis until it lines up. And just like that, we've now completed our second building. Thank you for watching another episode of PCI's Tech TV. Look for our other Tech TV episodes for technical insight and tips on learning how to get the most out of PCI's various software applications and offerings. Have a great day.